Welcome back to Adversary to Ally.
It's time we talked about domestic violence and how it's affecting our lives. The cost is much too high. Let's stop it from destroying our lives. Adversary to ally. Adversary to ally.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. For those of you who are new to this show, this is the podcast where men get together and talk about domestic violence and child abuse in an effort to find a way to stop the abuse, or at the very least, lower the temperature. About 3 months ago, we talked to a young man who was incarcerated in Virginia. And we attempted to do this interview by a conference call with the young man on a payphone. And we were not able to bring that episode to you because, quite frankly, the audio was just terrible. Well, he's been released from prison, and we're now ready to bring you his story. He grew up in a situation that was a little different from the typical domestic violence situation you hear about. There was no violence in his home. His parents argued, as many parents do, but there was no violence. However, he spent a great deal of time after his father passed at his aunt's home. And that's where he witnessed the abuse. But it was his aunt beating up his uncle on a daily basis. He says that isn't what led him to prison, but it did warp his idea about male-female relations. Let's get him on the show and hear what he has to say.
I'm Tyree Snead. I'm originally from New Haven, Connecticut, but I'm now here in Virginia. I'm in Hampton, Virginia right now.
Yeah. And so what's going on down in Hampton? What are you doing down in Hampton?
Really just working, man. I got 2 jobs now. I mean, like I do like shipyard work and stuff like that, and then I do like on the side do like carpentry and I paint houses and like do little stuff like that.
Whatever it takes to earn a buck, I really do.
Yes, sir. Like just I'm fresh out, just came home, so I'm just trying to put it together.
Well, for people who don't know, and people, of course, don't know who are listening right now, you and I actually spoke about 3 or 4 months ago, and you were going to appear on the show at that time. But due to the fact that you were incarcerated and we were trying to do this workaround, the interview just didn't work out. So people did not get a chance to hear what you had to say.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I know that you were telling us that growing up and you witnessed several domestic violence incidents between, I believe it was your aunt and her husband, but not in your home.
No.
Not in your home. So what was that experience like? Share that experience with us.
I guess you could say it was kind of like my second home, because I would always go there for like the summer times and spend like summer vacations and stuff like that. Like, and I'd be at my aunt's house. She was married to a guy, which is my uncle. Basically, I would watch her beat him up. Basically, like people would think like usually like domestic violence, it's a man beating a woman, but I seen like a female beating him, and he would never like fight her back. Like he would never like put his hands on her at all. Like he worked, like pay all the bills and everything. But I guess whatever issues, because I was too young to really understand, I guess what was actually like going on. But I know she would like really beat him up, like put hands on him, like, and I don't know, me looking at that, it kind of like used to like I guess mind boggle me, like what is going on, like why is she doing this to him? Like I don't know, I didn't fully grasp exactly what was going on, but that's exactly what that was like. I guess in reverse domestic violence,
right? I don't think well, people know that, but I don't think I think it's still hard for people to grasp the fact that we have women who beat up on men. Yeah. And it's probably because the man just won't hit her back. I think it's pretty clear that we're stronger. So, kudos to him for not fighting back. But how did that affect you, and how did that affect the way you looked at relationships?
I guess for me, look, I realized like, yeah, I definitely can't be with a female who's on that type time, like trying to like beat me and put hands on me, like because I've been in situations like when I got older. I mean, like females to try to like approach me, they mad or whatever about I guess whatever, and then like me, I just like move and get out the way. Like if you on that type time, I'm gone. I ain't even trying to go there with you. You know what I mean? Like we ain't got to put hands on each other. Like we ain't got to start all this. You know what I mean, I know feelings and all that run deep and stuff like that, but far as like put my hands on the female, I can't do it. And then let the female put their hands on me, I'm not going for that. Like so, you know what I mean, like
It's just best to stay clear of that kind of relationship.
yeah,
And what I don't understand is why other men don't take that avenue. Why they,
yeah,
why they strike out. And you were incarcerated, so you were around just a bunch
yeah, oh
of
yeah, yeah,
guys.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
did you know guys in prison who were abusers?
Yes, yes. A couple of guys I know who had some serious time for beating their spouse up or whoever, and I mean, worse. I mean, they actually ended their life, like actually, you know what I mean, like killed their spouse or whatever. I guess due to domestic violence, but some of them they didn't really mean it. You know what I mean? Like they might have pushed them over, they fell and hit their head on something hard or something like that, and I mean they didn't come back from that, and then they was locked up for that, basically due to know what I mean? Like domestic violence. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible. That's why it's like I don't even see like I don't know. Like I see why people do it, but it's like I can't let it happen to me. Like I don't know. I stay clear of that. Like
Yeah, well, when you can't control your anger and you're in that fog,
yeah, yeah.
I don't think that and I can't say this for sure because I don't do it and I don't know anybody who does do it. But I don't know. I just kind of get the impression that people are just so angry, and like you said, they'll push, and
Yeah,
the woman or the man will fall, hit their head, and that's what kills them. But the
yeah,
intent
yeah.
wasn't to kill them. So that is a real problem when we have men who can't control their tempers because
Mm-hmm.
it leads to things like that. So give me an idea of why you were incarcerated. Does this have anything to do with violence, or do you think your early experiences kind of put you on a path toward that?
I mean,
Share that with us.
not. I guess in a way, I guess you could say that. Like be growing up without my father. You know what I mean? Like my father passed away when I was young. Like, and that's more so why I used to always be at my aunt's house all the time. That was my father's sister, so she kind of like took that role too, like kind of like like trying to raise me and stuff like that. So, I mean, I know growing up without your father, it definitely like plays a part. And you know what I mean, like how I guess like how you see things and you like views like certain aspects of life. You know what I mean, like and I guess mentally, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people do turn to violence. They lash out and you know what I mean, like do stuff like that. And I mean, like in my case, basically, I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. I mean, for real, for real. I mean, to be honest with you, I was hanging around the wrong people, the wrong crowd, and that's what led me to my, I guess, demise. To ended up in prison and stuff like that. You know what I mean, like, I mean, even being in the streets, running around, you know what I mean, like doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, like, but still out there, like me not having my father yet, I definitely like played like I said, a major part in like in that type of thing right there. Like,
So, do you feel that you just lack the guidance? Is that it? And the guidance that you did have came from the wrong people?
yeah, exactly. But
And there are a lot of young black boys, and I'm going to say blacks simply because I'm black, but it happens to whites, Hispanics,
yeah,
the whole nine yards. And I think that growing up without a father, there are critical periods in your life, and particularly in your years, when a father is absolutely necessary. So, what
yeah.
did you go to prison for?
I went to prison for conspiracy, gun charges, and robbery. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So, yeah, so you had some. So, how much time did you spend behind bars?
yeah. I did 8 years.
You did 8 years. Oh, I didn't realize that. 8 years, man.
8 years, my brother.
And that's 8 years you can never get back, brother. And I'm
Yeah,
hoping that you
yeah.
don't want to make a return trip.
Oh, never, no, no, sir. Like, but like I said, hanging around the wrong people, like the wrong place at the wrong time type thing. Like I wasn't even the culprit per se. You know what I mean? And, like, but that just you know what I mean. Like that's just how things turned out. Like I mean, strange change of events and stuff like that. Like
when you were in prison, did they talk to you guys about violence? Are there programs there where you talk about violence and so forth and so on? Are there programs like that there?
Do they have a what is it? I know it's some type of domestic violence class. It's called something. I can't think of the name of it though. But they do have matter of fact, it's called Thinking for a Change. They got a class called Thinking for a Change. They have like a dad class. You can learn how to be like a better father and stuff like that. Like so, we do have like programs that's in place to help you be like a better person, like for like mentally and stuff like that. And they have like drug classes and stuff like that. Like, but for like domestic violence, they do have a class on that to like uh uh they have like an anger management class too. Like you could go there and like just like work on your anger and stuff like that. And, you know what I mean? Like,
And
yeah.
you, for those guys who were the inmates there, was violence a big problem with them, or were they kind of? I think because I think most people, including myself, when you think about people who are in prison, you really think of these violent, big-eyed, crazy. Stay away from me, don't hurt me. And actually, it really, really isn't like that for the most part.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
in your opinion, does prison help make you more violent,
Mm.
or do they? I think what I want to know is once you get there and you're there for violent acts,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
there things in place there to help you overcome that so that when you're back out, you're not the same person you were before you went in?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Everybody believe what they see on TV and movies and how that prison life is. All that is not real. That's just fabricated, whatever when you get there, you see prison is nothing like that. It's totally different. Like all that, you gotta watch it back and all that. Yeah, true, but you gotta watch it back out here in the streets too. It's the same thing. Like it's nothing. Like it's basically the same thing. It's just a little more limited of access to things that you do have in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so far, like, there is violence, like, people fight and stuff like that. Like, you're around a bunch of guys all day, like, it'll be cramped in here like sardines. You're gonna
Right.
bump, like, it's like two spouses when y'all living in the same house together. Y'all gonna bump heads
You're going to
eventually.
bump heads at some point. But
I mean, like, you don't have to leave. You don't have to fight. You don't have to leave. You know what I mean? Like, it don't have to always lead to blows, basically. Like, you don't have to throw hands and stuff like that, or somebody getting hurt. No, y'all can either talk it out or y'all go out. Y'all separate ways. Like I ain't gotta. Like
you don't have to fight. Well, I'm curious for those guys who had violent tendencies. In other words, argue as soon as an argument breaks out, they're ready to fight. Do
mhm,
you think that being in prison and attending these anti-violent programs
mhm.
helps them? I mean, did you know anybody who would, what can I say, would kick your butt in a minute, but while they were in prison, they and attending these programs, they begin to see that violence wasn't the answer.
Yeah.
Do you
See,
know, God? Go ahead.
I can't say all of them. Like it was
Right, of
definitely,
course not.
but a lot of them definitely has like some serious anger problems. Like it was something just going on with them mentally or like psychologically. It was just something in them that just had them like that. It just won't. They won't no change in them. But I seen like a lot of dudes come through that door. They definitely changed. Like they definitely left a different person, like a better person. Like anger problems changed, and they trying to actually be because like a lot of them be having kids and stuff like so they want to be a
Right,
better and get out and work and provide and stuff like that. Like I have seen that dudes want to go home and get married, and yeah, I have seen it. But I get, but like I said, it ain't for like it ain't everybody. Not everybody come
right,
home. Like I get how they say reformed. They don't come home reformed. I mean, they be the same person they was when they got locked up, like the same exact. So they probably be right back in that same situation. Like they might learn later on, like years. Like down the line. But as of right now, from what I've seen, like a lot of dudes, they be right back. Like they ain't changing. Like
that's because they don't want to change, and I think that's the big thing. You have to want to change, and I'm really happy to hear you say that some of the guys that are in there and have children want to be better fathers.
yeah,
Because I think for a lot of these guys, I don't know if it's true or not, but I would think that for a lot of these guys, they didn't have a father.
yeah,
And once I think you're in a situation like a prison where you pretty much have nothing to do but think about your life and the things that have happened, um, it's good to know that, they have contemplated their mistakes, and they say, you know what, I don't want to be like my father, or I don't want to be an absent father. I want to help my kids. And I think that really is a good thing. So what's next for you? What's next for
Oh,
you? You're out now, you're
yeah.
working. What's next?
That's, like I said, just working and guess I'm gonna stack this money up, man. Like and try to like get on my feet. I want to like make some things happen. Like I do a little bit of music and stuff like that. My brother got he do like tile flooring and do like countertops and stuff like that. So I'm
Hmm.
trying to go into him and stuff like that. I got a homeboy trying to start like a clothing line, so we're probably going with him on that. My mom, she want to open like she want to like sell bags, like I guess like an online boutique. So I'm probably like going up with that, do stuff like that. Like, I just want to put my hands in a lot of different things. Like, and I'm trying to go back to school and like get like some, I guess either like another trade or some type of degree. I want to like just learn and try to like keep adding on to my resume, like just building up. You know what I mean, like myself, like trying to get my feet on like solid.
Solid ground.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, like I need that.
Well, you're doing exactly what everybody does, man. And I'm sorry you had to go that other route before you started this, but that's what it's all about. I know it's sad. You have to plant your feet. You're not going to make a lot of money. You're not going to get rich for most of us, and you have to find that settled peace
Yes.
with yourself.
Mm.
So, in terms of violence, what is your recommendation? What would you tell guys who are beating their women and abusing their children? What would you say to them?
Man, I would say just take a chill pill, man. Like just, I mean, take a step back and just really see the bigger picture. Like you would see what's, I mean, like around you, like your family is like that love is like it's different. Like it's like it hit different. Like them friends and all that. You think they people who really love you got your back. They not really there for you. Like but your family, like your kids, that's unconditional love. Like they're gonna love you regardless, no matter what. Like your wife or whoever, your girlfriend, if she there for you, she's gonna love you no matter what. Like regardless of whatever happens. And but when you go behind that wall, you go to prison for doing something crazy. Like all that family or friends you thought that was really with you, like you're gonna see like the real gonna come out. Like that's I mean, like so I would say, yeah, just like I said, just I don't know, man, just take a chill pill, man. Step back and just really look at what you have around you. Like you don't want to lose what you have over nothing stupid. Like you really don't. It ain't worth it at all.